Here's the answer to the quiz. The first one, straightforward, everyone got that correct. The second one, people had a bit of trouble with the negatives, and so when you take this bit here with the denominator as 1 over x squared, bring the denominator out, -2, then you're multiplying by the denominator, taking 1 off, multiplying by the power, taking 1 off the power, that comes to -3. The two negatives there make a positive, and put the -3 down below, becomes +3. So the answer is the third question there. For the next one, we want the gradient, so it means we're going to have to differentiate. It would pay to expand it out first, so I've taken the 5x minus 3 and I've expanded it out. Then you differentiate it, multiply by the power, and then substitute in the 3 for x, and it gives you an answer of 15. That's the gradient. For the next one, we want coordinates of the turning point. So the coordinates are the minimum. We want the minimum ones, so we know we're going to have to differentiate it, which is fairly straightforward. Make it equal 0 for the turning points. Now you could use the quadratic formula to solve. I've chosen to expand it to solve, so I get two x values. That's not the coordinates, those are the x values. So we know that the graph goes up to a maximum, down to a minimum, and then up to again. If you locate it, that means that -2/3 comes before +1. Obviously, the 1 is going to be the minimum turning point. You can see that because this relates to this part here. So doing that, we need to go ahead and we could take our differentiated equation and double differentiate it, substitute in the 1, that would give us a +5. So therefore we know it's a minimum. Here's the other way. We need to find out the y value. So we take our equation and we put 1 instead of x to find out our y value. And that gives us 6.5 as being our y value. So here's our point, 1 and 6.5. That is what the question asked for. It asked for the coordinate of the turning point. See that? It says there, find the coordinate which has an x and a y value. For the next one, a tangent is a straight line. We're told the x value equals -1. So only about 3 people got this correct out of the 14 that I've had handed in so far. So we've got to find the tangent. We find the gradient first, so we differentiate it. We substitute in the -1 for x. So that's the gradient. So using the y value, we want to find what the y value is. We take the original equation, we substitute the -1 in for x, and we find the y value is 7.5. Then you can go and do the formula for a straight line. Y minus y1, which is 7.5, equals the gradient, which is -4, x plus 1. Because that x is minus -1, so that becomes +1. That's one way. Or you could have the second alternative and just have y equals mx plus c. That's it. Hope you learnt from that.